22. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the number 1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
And here are the key inactives for them in this one. And obviously, Charles, you're going to be without some important names this week.
Well, hopefully those guys will be on the sidelines encouraging the guys who are going out there and helping them when they come off the sidelines during the game by giving them some tips on what they see and what they've experienced. That's true teamwork. And if you want to get to the playoffs, if you want to have a big push, you have to have that on your squad.
He's got his target. That's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
CD, with that last pass, he joined a group of about 50 other men that are over 30,000 career passing yards. So, look, he's not at the top, but that's pretty good company.
Yeah, it's not the most exclusive fraternity in the NFL. But it's a pretty good one, isn't it? You still have to put some numbers up in order to get in, okay? The secret knock is still there. How about him getting it done? Proud of it.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off down to about the 32. The numbers for him from a week ago: 15 carries, 61 yards.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked with him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and his focus, getting some extra yardage with every carry he receives this week.
The throw over the middle taken in. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 20-yard line.
First down, Jaguars.
Now Lawrence on 1st down.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Now Lawrence. And it's complete to Adams. And the Jaguars are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Jaguars will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
This is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
I guess we're going to have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something like that.
After last week?
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he'd probably just tell him, listen, you want to get involved?
Go out.
Go out and catch some passes. I'll make sure you touch it.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Davidson. A throw left sideline, falls incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
To throw on 3rd down, Davidson. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's well done defensively. They get the pressure they needed on 3rd down. All the receivers are locked up tight, and they force that quarterback to just throw it away.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Taken from just outside the 30. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be knocked to the turf right there as he gets it up to the 43. Here's Lawrence. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Back out there comes the 49ers offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3-and-out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and now have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3-and-out. I went 3-and-out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. On 2nd down now. It's Weaver looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Davidson. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. On 1st down, Lawrence. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Well, this defense for the Niners, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
3rd down and 6. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
What's up, man?
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error.
Still third
Stay
down.
alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
They only need a yard here. 3rd down and 1 after the penalty. On play action, Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. 2nd down and 6 now.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 6-yard line.
Back to throw. Davidson. He finds his man complete. That's Weaver. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12. Now a handoff up the middle. Weaver. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 59 yards, and a touchdown.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
On 3rd down, it's Weaver. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner 1st.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Throwing again. Davidson completes it to the tight end, Kittle. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll try the left side. Weaver. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the 1st quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 16. Here's Lawrence to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Jacksonville.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Open man is Kirk, complete. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 30-yard line.
Lawrence will throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You look at this Niner defense. They were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 42. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A handoff as they run the counter play. And dropped at the 35, but able to display some strength on the run. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30 as they've got it as we resume action. Lawrence now off the bootleg. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the 49ers are going to have it here just past the 25. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Throwing to start the drive. Davidson. They'll find Ayuk open right side. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun. Davidson. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And Kittle going to have a 49ers first down as he'll be brought down at the 38-yard line. On 1st and 10, Davidson. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 2.
At the 45-yard line.
Off play action. Davidson. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's got it to about the 40.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure on the passer.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That catch for his career's number 731, and that's the number that Calvin Johnson ended with when he stopped his career in 2016.
Yeah, what could have been for him. So maybe now what we'll see is someone else continue to elevate their game.
And we'll get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Now 3rd down and 3.
Looking to throw. Davidson able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Operating from the gun. Davidson got a man. That's Ayuk. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. The Niners at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd down, it's Weaver. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react. But these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Oh, great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Davidson. And that'll be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Davidson. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Operating from the gun, Davidson. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners have got it back to within a score. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation in a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Okay, take us to school here, Charles. On a play like that, pretty successful RPO. What's the quarterback looking at?
Basics, he's looking at the defensive end or the outside linebacker. If that player crashes down to take the running back, quarterback pulls it, runs to the outside end. Some teams, though, will read different players depending on defenses, but basically it's that outside player.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down right on the 50, a gain of 3. They go play action with Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? They'll run on first down. Weaver. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
Partner, we always talk about how important third down is, but I think first down is equally important because everything comes off of that play. If the defense wins the down, they are able to attack. If the offense wins the down, they might go faster, do other things, and change things up. That big play right there allows this offense to really get in gear.
That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down. Now Samuel. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Davidson. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Up the middle they go. It's Weaver. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Davidson. And that one to the right side and incomplete. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down. And Jake Moody now on for the field goal. From the right hash, this from 48. And this one is right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now, 14-10. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Yeah, it's still early in the football game, and you hate to give away possessions. But instead of forcing something downfield on 3rd down, that was a wise move to just get it to the sideline.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Back to throw. Davidson working in the middle of the field, and he's got him there incomplete. And he is going to have the Niners first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Sims. And he's brought down. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Sims. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff up the middle. Weaver. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Weaver.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice and short tackle.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports halftime report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. 28-14 was your final score. Next, we take a trip down the coast to Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Denver Broncos. The Dolphins are able to avoid the 0-3 start as they pick up their first victory on the year. And finally, on Monday Night Football, should be a good one there between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Houston Texans. This one's been all you can hope for as an NFL fan. Just a one-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for with both these teams in it to win it.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit.
There he goes, right side, across midfield. And he winds up getting this all the way down to the Jags 33. 118 yards rushing for him in the ballgame now on 14 carries. Trailing here in the third, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around, not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. That ball caught, Brandon Ayuk. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Niners have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. They were able to push him backwards on 1st down, but this time he forces his way in.
I wonder if he went back to the huddle and said, guys, just a little bit more help, and I can get it done on this one. Maybe even overruled the play call from the sideline, just feeling like he had that opportunity, and he wanted to cash it in.
And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it, because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius, as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
1st down, Jaguars.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. That is incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Lawrence going to throw again. That's going to be caught by Kirk.
Lawrence's pass complete to Christian Kirk.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 5.
At the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, Lawrence. He'll drop that underneath to ETN. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Jacksonville.
Now Lawrence. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. ETN. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. All right, ball at the 1-yard line, 4th down. What do you say?
I say go, because if you can't get 1 yard, what's the old adage? If I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win anyway. Tell your team it's that time. Who's going to get down into the trenches, grind it out, and make sure that ball gets in the end zone? Who's it going to be? Let's go do it.
Here we go on 4th down. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Jaguars' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, this defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 21. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's come together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game.
26-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Davidson. The throw taken in by Sims. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 33-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Weaver. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And the momentum just continuing to build and build for them. They had the touchdown, their last drive to tie the game. Now their defense does its job. And Charles, all of a sudden, they've got a chance to capture the lead here.
And we're seeing a really nice exhibition of what coaches love to call complementary football. Offense gets a tie, defense does its job, gets the ball right back, and their teammates now have momentum. What a nice job they're doing, all doing it together.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go play action now. Lawrence. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
And in the second half of the tie game, every decision gets magnified. And here, if he forces this ball, it could be intercepted. So that's the prudent play to just airmail it out of bounds.
He'll get that one complete to Connor. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 23. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. 3rd and 7 now. Here's Lawrence. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it. So they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides to be thrilled with that.
Well, the 49ers settling in for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Up the middle they go. Weaver. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
131 yards for him on the ground now. On that, his 20th carry of the ball game. On 1st down, Davidson. Open man here, Sims complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
Looking to throw. Davidson throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
Out of bounds at his own 49-yard
On third down, it's Weaver. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. Fourth down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a first down.
First down, Jacksonville.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And one more time, here's Kirk. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 46-yard line.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. A quick throw out to Adams on the perimeter. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 40. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. And we're going to stop play here at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, are going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Here's Lawrence to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. A big one coming for kicker Eddie Pinheiro. This to swell the lead to 6. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Throwing on 1st down. Davidson. Throw left side complete. That's Weaver. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Davidson. He's got Thompson here, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Weaver. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
30-yard line.
Looking to throw. Davidson. Washington's got it. And they get him down. The number 4 takes it across the 40-yard line. A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Davidson. Got a man. That's Ayuk. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 2. Operating from the gun. Davidson. He's got it complete to Thompson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 32-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
That's a ball he needs to let go of there. Wasn't the most time in the world to work through his progression, but NFL quarterbacks, they've got to sense the pressure. They've got that internal clock, and the ball has to be gone. And if you're not going to escape and run for it, you have to let it go before the pressure gets to you and puts you on the ground.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Looking to throw. Davidson. That's complete out left to Ayuk. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
So much of this game is focus. And whenever I see guys running the who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will bring the deficit back down to 3. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. 4th quarter, they cling to a 3-point lead after the field goal a moment ago. And it's certainly a very critical drive with still a good chunk of time remaining. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. This is caught. It's Kirk. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down, Jaguars.
Well, they'll send Adams in motion left. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not,
well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 76 yards on the ground for him so far. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, Lawrence working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 33. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another first down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
On 1st down, Lawrence. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
First and goal, Jacksonville.
It's a throw again is Lawrence. And that's complete TTN out of the backfield.
No gain, and it's second down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
On third and goal, Lawrence. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. 3rd and 5.
Operating from the gun, Davidson. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Christian Kirk and company heading back onto the field. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's what really becomes fun, because let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
And the Jaguar first down.
Now Lawrence on 1st down.
Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Jaguars look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Lawrence going to look to throw for it.
That's caught at the 1. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Washington now brings this out.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The 49ers offense making its way back out there.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. To throw on second down. Davidson, he finds his man, complete. It's Weaver. And he's going to be taken down right at the line.
Here now, a 3rd and 20.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Looking middle, and that's complete. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout.
Lawrence on 3rd down.
Touchdown, Jaguars! A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game.
And the Jags tack on another score as they have dominated this 4th quarter.
Got to be feeling confident they're going to get off the schneid. An old coach told me he calls this a relief win. 0-3 would have been bad. You get to 1-2, you feel a lot better, don't you?
That is so true, and you feel better about yourself. You think to yourself, okay, we're still in the playoff hunt. We're not out of it at 0-3. But the other part, too, it leads to doubt about your system, leads to doubt about your coaches. They don't have to worry about that now. They can move forward.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now here's a throw that's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Connects with Kittle underneath. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They'll look to throw again. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Well, same target, same result. It's Kittle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. Back to throw again. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Davidson. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart and not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked off by Andre Sisco. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Jags, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they will fall to a similar mark at 1-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Came a long way, came a long way, came a long way. Been a long way, real long way. And it's still that way, still that way, still that way. Still broad day, live that way, drill that way. Came a long way, real long way. Been a long way, real long way. And it's still that way, 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 still that way. Inside Johnny, pull up with the mob, real John got it. Grinding from the bottom, blood on my hands, ain't no dirt on my body. Whip big body, block, get a bill, real big problem. Whole lot of pride, that's something you don't know nothing about it. Still that way, you ain't built that way. I been more in pain, way to broad day. Really short fuse, had a long day. Body like wow, like. Wait. You know I'm an east side, big TDs, type of whole rep, that. Top dog since top ramen now, stacking lobster with a shrimp, big, put a ribbon on it, get you give, rep, bet, that. Real never switch, that. Came a long way, came a long way, came a long way, came a long way. Been a long way, real long way. And it's still that way, still that way, still that way. Still broad day, live that way, drill that way. Came a long way, real long way. Been a long way, real long way. And it's still that way, still that way, still that way, still that way, still that way.
It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And coming up, it's the 49ers' speedy running back. He had a great week last week, well over 100 on the ground with a score. It's the 49ers and the Texans, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Two 1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. It's still very early in the season, obviously, CD, but already key injuries that they've had to deal with.
And what's really difficult for a team is to try and maintain their focus when they feel like they've been a little bit snake-bitten. It feels like every time they turn around, another injury crops up. How do they manage to hang together, get guys to play a little bit above their heads, and make sure that they're still afloat when their starters make it back?
Out of the gun now on third down. And that one too wide and incomplete. So 0 for 2 throwing the football on a very quick 3-and-out to start the game.
Look, stats are going to be decided as the game goes on. The bottom line is that's not the quick start that every team looks for when they begin a game.
Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
On first down, here's Stroud. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Now Stroud. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Stroud on third down now. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis.
1st and 10, it's Stroud. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. You look at this Niner defense.
It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season, it's been an absolute disaster. A total lack of communication on the back end. They need a leader who can put this team, this unit, on his shoulder pads and carry them to the right spots.
3rd and 6.
Stroud looking to throw. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice sustained series to begin the game that will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
The numbers on the ground for Pierce last week. 21 carries, 104 yards.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and this will remain a scoreless game. So an 8-play drive gets him down there, but play number 9, that winds up a missed field goal.
And they definitely moved the ball well. That's a drive where you hate to come away with nothing.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes at it a little extra emotion. So now they'll get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Following the fumble recovery, Stroud. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. Here's Stroud.
And that's Elliott, complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
I don't know if he was just working through progressions or just unaware of the pressure, but no matter. Excellent work by the defense to get him to the ground before he could escape the pocket.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers.
And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
But you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right? Where these teams are locked in and going at it. No points going up on the scoreboard. I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
That is caught, and they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards to play.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number one receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. 43 yards.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
Off the bootleg, Davidson. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Davidson. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on third downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. And this one is right through. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce. There he goes, left side. Down the left sideline. He's on his way. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. 71 yards rushing for him now, just his first 3 carries. And I don't want to harp on it, but this defense among the bottom in the league against the run, and they show it right there.
And it doesn't matter when you get prepared for this defense, whether you're good running the ball or not, that's your plan. Run the ball against them. That's their weakness. And by the way, I think you harped on it.
I did. My bad. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Stroud. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Elliott. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. Pierce now up the middle. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
At the 49ers 5-yard line.
Here's Stroud. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Texans have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So the drive there took 6 plays, and the result, a Houston touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Niners set to take over on offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. The numbers for him from a week ago: 23 carries, 135 yards, and a touchdown.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff, because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Davidson. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And that's exactly what defense is talking about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
Taken in at the 22. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Texans will take over. Dameon Pierce taking the field with the rest of the Texans offense. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. And I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. Now a throw here, hauled in. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Tried to create a little bit of that hocus-pocus with some magic. But the defense, not impressed at all. They don't lose contain on this very dangerous runner, and they get a big stop.
Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 34-yard line.
Looking to throw. Davidson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in.
knocked away and incomplete.
Obviously searching for the first touchdown of this game, partner. That quick 3 and out. That's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that.
Under pressure, they got him again. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Well, how about this? A fistful of sacks already. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. What an incredible start for this defense. If they keep this pace up, they could be looking at an all-time performance.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. As they've got it as we resume action. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. 2 yards on the 1st down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Taking it about the 16. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Offense back out there along with Dameon Pierce. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Stroud now on 2nd down. He's got Mingo. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Stroud. This is caught inside the 15. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a 1st down.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Stroud to throw it.
And it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Back to the ground with Pierce.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Niners are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Up the middle they go. Weaver. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
The Niners at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season, and they fell in the opener. Got back on the beam with a win in week 2, but stumbled again last week to fall under 500.
And despite that stumble, I don't think anyone's too concerned because they've made mistakes that they believe are correctable. And this is a team still getting to know each other. I'm not that concerned, and neither are they.
15 for the Niners there and a 1st down.
San Francisco.
Back to throw. Davidson. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Davidson. Man open. That's Deebo Samuel. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Weaver, and he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Now here's a throw. It's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
It's 2nd and inches at the 27-yard line.
Back to throw. Davidson.
He's got Ayuk once again.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
A gain of 5. 1st down, 49ers.
Off the play fake. Davidson. And this one is incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Back to throw again. That's going to be caught by Samuel. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Weaver. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 3rd down pickup of 5.
Boy, that one was well read defensively, and this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
And his kick is indeed good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
So here are the Texans to take over. They were able to defeat Houston last week. They lead things here as well as they try to make it 2 victories in a row. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Pierce takes it straight ahead.
And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
Now 3rd down and very long.
It's now 3rd down and long.
Stroud here on 3rd and long. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
And that is every quarterback's worst nightmare. You had the perfect play call. The seams parted perfectly. You had your guy wide open. He could have run for days, but he overshoots him. And that's one he'll think about for the next month.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
They go play action here on 1st down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
He finds his man, complete. It's Weaver. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good, and that'll keep this a 1-point game. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Now comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position could get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Pierce will try to pick it up. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Well, it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in and went heavy.
No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Stroud working out of the gun. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. 4th down, here's Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year and 3rd overall. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8.
49ers 6.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they tell their offensive guys, going to get a little bit closer this time. Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
And he'll be well short of a 1st down as he's stopped again right at the line of scrimmage. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. The 2nd down throw now from Stroud. That one complete to Elliott. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Stroud. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
2nd and 10, Stroud to throw yet again here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Stroud out of the gun here. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. 4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone. A lot to get to here this final day of September, so let's get started. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte, and it's the Panthers who are out in front. The Panthers trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Next, we'll stay in the NFC South as we head to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And right now, they have the lead over the visiting Dolphins. 2 touchdowns there for Bijan Robinson. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Justin Herbert with 2 touchdown passes. We just watched a very good first half out of the Ohio State man, C.J. Stroud. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they're trying to help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And Pierce gets it again on second down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Stroud looking to throw. And that's Elliott, complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Second down and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Now here's Stroud on 3rd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn: find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Running it out of the gun with Pierce. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 105 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
And Stroud now to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Texans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down. Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Stroud. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Pierce. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
2nd and 7 at the 22-yard line.
They'll try the left side. Weaver. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He finds his man complete. That's Weaver. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 yards, first down Niners.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter and the entire 4th remaining. So, stranger things have happened.
On first down. It's Weaver, and he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw. Davidson connects with Kittle underneath. And Kittle going to have a 49ers first down as he'll get this down to the 41.
First down, San Francisco.
On 1st and 10, Davidson. Over the middle, complete. It's Thompson. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Looking to throw on second down. Davidson over the middle, complete to Samuel. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. Back to throw. Davidson. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So a good chance goes by the wayside there. A tough break on third and goal.
Yeah, as a general rule, you know you're usually not going to win games with field goals. But in this case, they had 3 points in their pocket. I get what he was trying to do, but that's a big swing of momentum right there.
Houston set to take over. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And Pierce gets it again on second down. Oh, good move. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, if you like the guys who run the ball, you're enjoying watching this. But the other guys, especially the defense coordinator, trying to figure out an answer on how to slow down the running game, I think maybe starts to call more blitzes, because you can call run blitzes in order to try and get more people to the point of attack.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. It's taken to the 26. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And that will come the offense as they take over. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
Looking to throw. Davidson. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Up the middle they go. Weaver. And he is going to have the 49ers first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On first down, Davidson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Weaver. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 4. Now a give right side. It's Weaver. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Davidson. That is caught. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
To throw on second down, Davidson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown 49ers. A great effort there. 33 yards. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score.
Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. Throw out wide is incomplete. So the pass goes out of bounds, but he was not outside of the tackle box when he threw that. He's got to be careful.
You and I both know if it's even close, they're going to give it to the quarterback. They don't want to throw that flag unnecessarily. So if you're just in the area, you're going to be okay.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there's a 49er who's in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Stroud on 3rd down now.
And that is incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston, it's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. Throwing on 1st down, Davidson.
He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Davidson.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Houston's offense taking over again. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Now a handoff for Pierce.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10. at the Niners' 43-yard line.
And Pierce gets it again on second down.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Just because you've got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. On 2nd down, it's Weaver. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Looking to throw. Davidson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
This is 2nd and 8. Now Stroud. He short arms that one just a bit. It's low and incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
They'll air one out deep from Mingo.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. To throw on 2nd down, Davidson. That's going to be caught by Samuel.
And Debo going to have a Niners 1st down as he'll be brought down at the 38-yard line. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Now a handoff up the middle. Weaver. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Davidson. Got a man. That's Ayuk.
give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. Third down.
Operating from the gun, Davidson. He finds his man, complete. That's Weaver. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the 1st down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Kyle Shanahan an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. And here comes the Texans now. But they can thank their defense for another stop. And now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock. Work it down. And, of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay in bounds and make sure the clock keeps running.
Stroud to throw it.
The ball was tipped and fell incomplete, but it was tipped up in the air, so the guys on defense, they had to feel like that was a big opportunity, and it was missed. They needed a play to help turn things around a little bit. Ball's in the air. Can they rally to it and get it? On that play, they weren't able to. They'll take the ball, batted away, but boy, they missed a big chance there.
He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a 1st down. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Now 2nd and 3.
At the 49ers' 26-yard line.
Here goes Stroud again. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are right back in this football game. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Weaver. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 18 more yards there and another 1st down. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. On 1st and 10, Davidson got his man complete over the middle. That's Weaver. So the completion good for just 3. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw. Davidson. A quick throw, but incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped, surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got
touchdown! Brandon Ayuk, 28 yards. And the 49ers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
And able to get this out to the 25. And the Texans set to come onto the field. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
On second down, it's Stroud. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The Texans send the punter out. He's been terrific so far. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. On first down, Davidson. He's got Thompson here, complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
Back to throw. Davidson. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. Looking to throw. Davidson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got Ayuk once again. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
Back to throw again. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
They'll start on the ground with Pierce.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. You know, I was going to ask if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
Now here's a throw that's complete.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. And that's Elliott, complete.
And the Texans are going to have a 1st down, and that is the big one, as they should be able to run it out from here. To a knee goes Stroud, and that is going to be all she wrote.
And there it is, the standard symbol. Taking a knee means that one team won, and the other one obviously lost the ball game. But now that team that won is 2-2. After the first 4 games, I think they're okay with a 2-2 start. Not overly happy, but at the same time, not depressed either.
You mentioned to me breaking down a season in quadrants. So the first quadrant is kind of a check, as you said, for okay. Not great, not bad.
Yeah, right now they're just holding serve. They look forward to their next 4. Maybe they can make a surge there.
Oh, we all just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done, a narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there. And the outcome was in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting. But in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?
So for the Texans, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Stand up. Do the he say, she say, getting no delay, run it like relay, bro. You ain't got it like this. In my can't see straight, big fur jacket from eBay, looking timeless. I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm the #1 candidate. Captain's armband, I'm making key plays. When I'm doing shows, gotta get it all prepaid. I'm on it, break, no side, know about these ways. I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate.